Hey there, Tim here, coach of Men Who Want More, and today I want to talk to you about your biggest weapon. Now, gentlemen, if you're wanting higher levels of clarity in your life, high levels of purpose, if you're maybe a little bit flat lately and you just feel a bit empty, or there are different areas of your life that just aren't, at the level that you'd like it, your biggest weapon, I'm going to share with you shortly, is something I want you to really think about, but not only think about, but start to action more of it. Because isn't it true, when we don't know where we're going in life, we don't have that clarity piece, we don't know what we stand for and who we are, doesn't life just get really fucking challenging? It gets really, really hard when we don't understand who we are, what we want. Isn't it also true that you're doing your best? You're doing your best navigating this wonderful thing called life, and things don't always go your way. And you've got different struggles and challenges. And whether it's in your relationships, or financial, or in your business, or your job or career, within your health, within just how you feel within yourself, I hear you first and foremost. So I honour you for wanting more. A man who wants more is a courageous man. He's a man who has his struggles, but also knows his strengths. And your biggest weapon, gentlemen, is focus. That's right, it's focus. When you can learn to direct your focus more and more in the direction of what you want in life, filtered through the anchor of who you are, life gets better. You feel more successful, but not only successful, you feel more fulfilled. And isn't that the big piece? Purpose, meaning, fulfillment. At the end of the day, that's what we want in this life. And you may even want to leave a legacy. So your biggest weapon, that if you can harness, your life will go to the next level, is focus. Now, there are 3 specific areas of focus, anchors of focus, that I want you to think about. And if you can do this more times than not, you're going to take ginormous steps forward and you're going to feel that sense of progress. And the first one is, do you focus on what you can control or what you can't control? So, do you focus on what you can or what you can't? A good example here is, I used to get really pissed off sitting in traffic, worked in the city, or on the commute, I'd sit in traffic, and down here in Australia, it's nowhere near as other places in the world. I was in London a couple of years ago, and that's crazy, that place. Or, if you're in the States, LA or New York, I'm sure the traffic is shocking. But I used to get really pissed off sitting in traffic. And then I learnt the power of focus. And I thought, well, can I control the traffic? Absolutely not. Can I influence? Yeah, sure. I can influence it by what I can control. What can I control while I'm sitting in traffic? I can control how enjoyable the journey is. So then I started listening into podcasts and learning while I was sitting in traffic, or having a great conversation if you're traveling with somebody. So all of a sudden, my focus started to shift from what I can't control, all this shit traffic, so busy, taking so long to get to where I want to get to, sitting at lights, people cutting in and out, which I have no control over, to what I can control. So my first question to you to direct your focus is, are you focusing more in your life around what you can control or what you can't control? And if you're focusing on what you can't, I know how you're feeling. I know your level of stress. I know that you're overwhelmed, that you feel like you're failing, that there's this world of expectation on you because you keep focusing on what you can't control, rather than growing your emotional intelligence, understanding the power of focus, and directing it in the direction of what you can control. The second piece here, regarding focusing and your biggest weapon, if you want a more successful and fulfilling life as a man, is, do you focus on what's missing or what you have? What's missing or what you have? So this is where gratitude comes in. And if you know any of my work, I'm a huge fan of gratitude. Been for a long time. As a kid, I used to write a gratitude journal. I learnt that, probably my teenage years actually. And from that point on, most days, I'll definitely integrate and think about and feel gratitude, but I'll also write it down because it's power in the pen. And that's a great tool to be able to dictate your focus and direct your focus on what you have. So do you focus on more of what's missing in your life right now, or what you do have in your life? Because there's always something to be grateful for. And I know it's not always easy. At times it's fucking really challenging because everything in your life seems to be going wrong. You're not getting the results that you want. You don't have the bank balance you want. You don't have the business you want. You don't have the relationship you want. You don't have the health that you want. I get it. I've been there plenty of times. But the question is, do you focus on all the stuff that's missing, or do you focus on what you have and feel that gratitude? Because there's always something to be grateful for. Wouldn't you agree? There's always something in your life that you could be more grateful for And you could shift that focus from what's missing, I don't have this, I don't have that, as opposed to, hey, this is what I do have, this is what I'm grateful for, and then strive, go for it, have direction, have vision for what you do want in your life also. So the second piece of this puzzle around focus and your greatest weapon is making sure that more times than not, you're focusing on what you do have, not what's missing in your life. Because I know if you're focusing on what's missing, and the times that I've done that in my life, I feel like shit. I feel like I don't want to get out of bed. I feel unmotivated. I feel like I don't have direction. I feel like I don't have purpose. I feel like I have no sense of clarity in my life. You know, my fears are getting the better of me because I keep focusing on what's missing. Stop that shit. Start focusing on what you have. Do you have a beautiful family? Do you have kids? Do you have a great wife? Do you have, money coming in regularly? Do you have a roof over your head? Clean, fresh water, food in your belly, all those things. Do you live in a beautiful place? Whatever it may be for you, wherever you currently sit, you can always choose to focus more on what you have, more on what you have or more what's missing. So choose that. Remember, it's your job to dictate your focus. This 2 million-year-old brain is your job. Your job is to direct where it focuses, nobody else's. Now, yes, can you get influenced by the outside influences? Absolutely you can, by other people, situations, events. But whether you choose to focus on that, focus on what's missing in your life or what you have, it's your choice. So I know which one I choose more times than not. And when I do start to focus on what's missing, I quickly shift it. So focus, building those neural pathways in your brain, it's just like going to the gym. It takes time. You got to get to the gym and you got to work out if you want a great body and better health. If you want to get fitter or be a good runner, you got to go and run. If you want to be a swimmer, you got to go swim. Same thing with directing your focus. Your focus pattern may be more around what's missing and what you can't control, and that's okay. The first step to change is that awareness piece. Now that you're aware of it, what will you do? Will you keep staying stuck there, or will you shift that focus and have a more meaningful, happy, and fulfilling life? The final piece I'm going to touch on here with focus and your greatest weapon is, do you focus on the past, the present, or the future? Growing up, all I ever did was focus on the future. Where I want to be in years to come. What my life would look like. How much money I would have in the bank. What my successful football career would be like. How many kids I wanted. Share my life with someone gorgeous. All those great things, but that's all it was. I was so future orientated that I missed the now. Now, maybe your pattern is that you're focusing way too much on the fucking past. Maybe your past hasn't been the best. Maybe you wish that you could change some things, but I know that you can't change shit in the past. What you can do is choose to focus more in the now. Now, this piece here is not one or the other. It's not past, present, or future. No one is better than the other. But I know your level of fulfillment. I know how your life is moving, if you feel like you're progressing, dependent on how much time you focus on and where. So if you're in the past all the time, I know your level of satisfaction. It's pretty low. And also in the future, same deal. Why? Because fear lives in our past and our future. Fear is just an anticipation of pain. So if we're solely projecting into the future like I did, I had all these fears. Would I make it as a pro football player? Would I be a successful person? Would I be a good man? All this fear was in the future, sorry. Now maybe, like I said before, your pattern is in the past. It should have been like this. You've got regrets. It could have been like this, but hey, it wasn't. So move on. Release that baggage. Give yourself the gift of only going to the past for 2 reasons. Now, I've touched this on another message, another video, but let me reinstate what I said there. There's 2 reasons to go to the past. One is to access the happiness and the joy, what I call magic moments. Yeah, relive those. That's part of what's brought you to here. Also, some of your failures are your hard moments too. So, relive the joy and the happiness. And the second reason to go to your past only, in my opinion, and what I've been doing over the years, which has really served me, with not only within myself, but within my family circles and within those amazing clients I get to work with. The second reason is to learn the lesson. So those failures or challenges or struggles or concerns you've had in the past, learn the lesson so you're not making the same mistakes. But here's the deal. Your biggest weapon here is the focus piece we're talking. And if you want a great, meaningful, fulfilling life, full of amazing connections, full of moving forward and progressing, then condense the past and the present and bring it into the now. Be more present. I'm sure you know this. I'm sure that you understand that being in the present, as hard as it is, you lose sense of fear, because fear can't live right now. Fear only lives in the past or the future. So give yourself the gift of coming into the now, just being. Whether you use meditation, whether you just close your eyes and use set your senses, so your ears, your nose, what's happening on your skin. There are so many tools in and around mindfulness, coming into the now or the present. So let me do a couple of shout outs. Hey Derek, thanks for jumping on, mate. Nat, beautiful to see you. Griselda, thanks for the support. I'm glad you're loving this one. And gentlemen and women out there too, this is, across the board. Your biggest weapon is focus. You get to choose. You get to choose first and foremost if you're focusing on what you can control or can't control. Then what's missing or what you have in your life. And finally, do you focus on the present, the past, or the future? Give yourself that gift. Give yourself that gift of directing your focus. And like I've said, it takes some time to start to shift those neural pathways into what you want in this life. I believe in you. Thank you for supporting me. Give me a shout out if you're watching the replay. I appreciate your support. Much gratitude for watching. Go out there and direct your focus and live the life you're born to live. Until next time, it's your time to step in your strength and to be the best man you can be.